The morning of 9/11 is a day that I will never, ever forget. I came out of my front door. I lived on Waverley Place in the West Village, and this aeroplane went really low over my head, over the house, and I looked up. I mean, I could see the windows, I could see everything. It was bizarre. And I walked out onto 7th Avenue, and there was this vast hole in the side of the tower. It was horrific. It was awful. I got on the subway. I was going to the mikveh on the Upper West Side. I was joining one of our then interns, now Rabbi Cohen. We were going to be converting the baby of one of our members. And Rabbi Cohen was there to meet me. And I said, oh my God, I've just seen the most awful thing. I've just seen a plane go into one of the towers. And she said, while you were on the subway, a second plane went into the second tower. Meanwhile, our CBST congregant, when he eventually turned up, he told us he'd been in the train underneath the station, and he had managed to get out, and he'd run with his baby in his arms through the chaos and the fire and the smoke. And it was an extraordinary moment, because as we converted this little baby boy, it was this sense of bringing a new Jewish life into the world, as we knew that many lives were being horribly lost, even as we were there. It remains one of the most heightened spiritual moments, really, of my life, this sense of bringing this little child into the Jewish fold at a time of enormous horror. It was like a little beacon, a little spark of hope, a little moment of hope in a moment of horror.
We were celebrating Rosh Hashanah services at the Metropolitan Pavilion in Chelsea back then, and it was so soon after 9/11 that you could still smell the burning on 18th Street. On the first night of Rosh Hashanah, Rabbi Kleinbaum invited up to say the prayer for healing anybody who had been below 14th Street, below Canal Street on 9/11, and hundreds of people came forward to come up for the blessing for healing. And it was just such an intense and moving and visceral experience. You know, the themes of High Holidays, which are about fragility and facing our mortality, were so present and so tangible. I remember feeling incredibly grateful to be with a community that was so committed to supporting one another, and it felt really holy.